Bad times. If you know who the times of my father are, the times of my father. Hey, you will be very kind and love us all after Mama's death. She was always afraid of us better than her children. And sometimes my father has a young girl named Nadine. And we were treating Nadine as our sisters. And even her proportions wear our clothes and eat with us. Because his tenderness made us feel warm and tender, and I forgot to introduce myself. I am Nancy and I am my father's daughter and I have my sisters Hamada, Hind and Sarah and I am the eldest of my sisters and I am Nadine the daughter of Murat my father. The life between us was very beautiful and sweet. Even my father used to take us and let us go. And every year we had a country of some form. We preferred to live together for more than 10 years. Until one day, my father changed from our side and changed her face on the other side. And Lena began to deal with evil and we do not know what the story is. If you want to know what is the story of my father's times and what made it change from our side, support me Blake and subscribe to the channel. Sometimes my father used to live with us, very sweet, and she was good with us, and we loved her like Mama. May God have mercy on her. We used to love Nadine, the daughter of my father's times, and we slept together in one room, and Nadine would wear our clothes and we would wear her clothes. When I put on my outdoor clothes and go to my college or go for a walk, people were neighbors in the street and came to talk to me and say hello to him, and even the youth of our neighborhood. I felt that they were concerned about him and took care of me. And I noticed this topic a lot. On the day I went to my university, I went out in the morning as usual. And I went to my university and I was completely normal. And I walk in my silence. I noticed that a young man followed my steps and walked behind me in his car and followed me step by step. After a while, I noticed that he approached me sincerely and said to me, "The beautiful is walking alone like this and not afraid. Come, I will drive you with my car. And I will have the honor to drive you." And I walked on my way and I talked to him. Because Mama and Papa were educators on literature and morals. I cursed him and got into a taxi and walked and went to college. And after I finished college and I'm a fan, I met this young man who was waiting for me in front of the college in his car. And when I went he came after me to the house. And I got scared and terrified of it. I said frankly in my mind, "Arnhak Black, hey, you have reached the point where you come and see the house." Then I went to him and told him, if you were to walk, it was enough. I met the people of our neighborhood, they looked at him with a savage look. Then I feared for my reputation and for myself. I went out to my after a little while I found the apartment doorbell burn. I went to open the door and found it. And an hour when my brain saw it, I turned and fainted and fell on the ground. Then I met my father, and my father and sisters often beat me and woke me up from dizziness. Then he asked for my hand from Baba and told him I want to marry her and asked for my hand from him. And the second day I noticed that my father's treatment of her had completely changed from my side. Me and my sisters, and I thought that we were enemies to her, and I noticed and heard that she was telling my father that your daughter Nancy was walking on her hair. And let the young men go home. And Baba turned on us and made him change his treatment of us. Sometimes my father made my father leave the house, me and my sisters. Because of the times my father and others Tartha, I was deprived of my college, and the year went by. And the problem was that my father walked after her and heard her words. Our lives were destroyed and all problems remained. And I wanted to change from our side, and he could not stand any word for us, and he used to let us hear the words of his wife and many times. and it was comfortable, Nadine, on the other, and let me and my sisters serve them and do everything in the house. One day, I thought of running away from home and taking my sisters with him and going to live with my aunt and my brother-in-law and his wife. And actually my sisters and I ran away and went to my aunt's. And my father searched for us until he found us at my aunt. My father walked us there and my aunt said to my father, "Sebe, the children live with him here. And if you want them, separate from your second wife so that the children know how to live." My father Mardish hears my aunt's words and separates from his second wife. And we left living with my aunt without expenses and without any financial expense for us. This was the story of my sisters and I with the unjust times of my father. I'm Nancy.